Please join me in welcoming Coach Mark Dantonio as this year's college education commencement speaker.
Thank you very much. It's a privilege to be here today, and we have so many mothers here. Just want to wish everybody happy Mother's Day today as well. It's a big moment. Big moments like this should be celebrated. I'm so happy many of our mothers could be here today. My goals of my talk, I just look at this as a clinic for me. So it's just like a bunch of coaches out there, players a little bit. So I've always tried to say, whenever we do a clinic of any type or any type of address like this, just want to take something home with you. Maybe that you can relay back to people, or maybe you can keep it in the back of your mind as you move forward and just sort of cherish that one little aspect of that talk. So hopefully you can take something back with you. You know, as a teacher myself, put myself in your shoes. I know we have special education majors here. We have elementary education majors here. We have kinesiology majors here. A lot of them. We have occupational therapists here as well, and so many different people that will do so many things in their lives as they move forward. So as you sit there and as you've heard, everybody has a story. I think that's the main focus here at this point in time. Every one of you have a story, where you've been, what you've done to this point, and you're really going to still continue to write that story as you move forward. And it is a beautiful thing. You know, I sat there many years ago, and you know, I'm a little scratching my head over there, or shaking my head, as you would say, how I ended up here talking to you folks. But it will happen. It will happen to you someday, and you will be congratulated for that. So when I came here in 1995, Jim Cotter, our director of admissions, ended a speech that he gave to some recruits by saying, you know, Archimedes once said, "Give me a place to stand, and I can move the world." In Michigan State, you have that place to stand. And you will move the world, I promise you. You will do amazing things out there, and it's going to be very unique to stand back and watch some of those things as you move forward. As a teacher, trainer, therapist, I wrote down a couple of things that may or may not go through your mind as you go through this. Obviously, you'll go into the classroom, you'll go into the training room, you'll work outside that classroom setting, you'll teach off the board in the old days, I guess off the computer now. You'll have interactive teachings, you'll have what I call walkthroughs or labs or rehab, things of that nature. On and off the field, in and out the gym, the training room. It's going to be extremely challenging. It'll be very rewarding, and it will be disappointing as well. I can promise you that. So you'll have to gear up for that. You're going to establish lifelong relationships that will be with you for a lifetime. You may forget this day, I promise you. You may forget this day. You will never forget your time here. The friends that you made here will stay with you for a lifetime. And I think that's the most cherished thing about college. You will not see people for 10 years, you'll pick up right where you left off with them. And that'll be a beautiful thing. You will change with the times. You'll help people prepare for their biggest challenges, celebrating their accomplishments, and you'll comfort them in their biggest failures as well. They'll keep you young, promise you that. Being around colleges all my life here will keep you young. Some of you will retire and teach for 30 years and really impact thousands of people and give direction to their futures. Some of you won't even go into the profession of teaching, therapists, kinesiology. You may move in a different direction, but I promise you, you will impact people, thousands of people, for a long time. It will be wonderful to see you direct their futures as well. At times you feel like you're not making much of a difference. Other times you'll feel like you're helping to change the world. You'll see hundreds of young faces a year and wonder if they even know you. You will see one face and know that you're their guiding light. and it will be very special for that person. You'll learn some new things along the way, hold on to some old ideas that impacted you and your parents, and use those as well. We'll cross social, racial, religious barriers in times of controversy and in times of peace as well. We'll teach discipline and attention to detail in what you're doing, maturity, mental toughness. You'll learn how to handle adversity. You'll have leadership, and obviously you'll learn how to love as well, people that you work with daily. My father was an educator. My father was a high school coach, he was a teacher, he was a guidance counselor, he was a principal. He shaped a lot of the foundations that I have today. And as I said, as you heard before, I was an English education major, went on and got my master's, and then left that and started coaching. I've been here 14 years at Michigan State, both ends of the spectrum, as an assistant coach and now as a head football coach. And I feel like I'm always learning. I feel like I'm always moving to that next degree. Just when you think you've seen it all, something new comes down the avenue for you. And that's the way it'll be for a lot of you here as well. I've used a number of mantras the last couple of years. 2013, or I guess 2011, I said, complete our circles. Something my father used to always say to us. You know, that just means finish the job. Sitting here today means that you've been able to do that. You'll have to continue to do that in every direction that you turn as you move forward. I've said you will be the ones in 2013. And we dreamed big, we accomplished that goal. And I would say the same thing to you right now. You will be the ones. You're the future of America. You're the future of this state. You will have some very unique things that you experience. And as you march forward, you really hold the candle for so many people. You have an opportunity to be a light for so many people. This past year, I said it starts here, and truly this is the end of one thing for you and the beginning of another. So while I tell our players, you know, we've got some guys going to the NFL and things of that nature, and they're fifth-year seniors, and maybe some of you are out there feeling like that, feel sort of old here. About one day, it's going to be like a rebirth. You're going to feel new all over again. What you start in this next stage of your life will be the very beginning of who you become for the next 10, 20, 30 years. It's exciting times for all of you. This year, we sort of coined the deal, reach higher. And you'll find that to be true as well as you move forward. You just kind of continue moving in a direction that you want to go. You'll constantly be challenged. You'll constantly be trying to find another way. You'll tire of your job and you want to move forward. And that's life. That's life. My coaching philosophy, very, very simple. It's about relationships. It's about the people you're sitting with or going back home and having a party with or having dinner with tonight. It's about those people that have been a part of your life for so many years. Those relationships involve a commitment on your part, a sincere commitment. Those relationships that you establish with those people that are coming forward in your life, those students, those young people, those people you're helping in rehab, those people you're training as kinesiology majors, they'll have to have your commitment as well. So it is a two-way street. You have to have a certain amount of communication linked to that, because you have to be able to reach across the board and always make room for other people. You have to bring them to you. So you'll have to be able to communicate. And you'll have to trust. And you'll have to form trust with other people. And sometimes that's very, very difficult when you're coming from this point to that point. But if you work at it and establish trust, you can be successful. And those relationships, I promise you, will last a lifetime. Now, I've been teaching or coaching for 30 plus years. And when I hear a coach or I see a player come towards me that I haven't seen in a while and reach out, it's like time has stood still. It's a wonderful thing, and you all feel that as teachers and different things that you're trying to do as well. The second phase of what we're trying to always do is trying to really become self-sufficient as people, gain knowledge, what we're doing, graduate, things of that nature. To do that, My feeling is you have to do that with effort, mental toughness, and then knowledge. And I promise you, there will be sacrifices along the way, and there will be times when you think you're going to be crushed, and you're going to have to raise up mentally, you're going to have to out-tough it, you're going to have to show a lot of effort in what you're doing, and you're going to have to start over, and you're going to have to push through things. So it's not easy. It's not easy to be in this world. In 2015, there are challenges ahead for everybody in that area. Third phase is to win. Just to win. Whatever you do, you'll have your goals in mind, and you have to be able to move through those things and accomplish those things. That may be getting a degree, getting a master's degree, getting a doctorate degree, developing something unique, taking a young person from the 3rd grade to the 4th grade, helping a young special needs person. There's goals out there for all of you. All of you will have an opportunity to be successful. Finally, our 4th goal is really just be a giver, not a taker, guys. Just be a giver. I try and tell my 2 daughters all the time, one of them is sitting there with you, somewhere, raise your hand. Raise your hand. There you go. Just to be a light. Just to be a light. Just takes a little amount of effort every day to reach somebody. You never know the difference that you make with a smiling face or an open hand. I want to thank Michigan State again for having me here today. Again, give me a place to stand and I can move the world. You have that here. Michigan State is one of the premier universities in this country. I can go to California and walk among the redwoods, like I did last weekend, and see Michigan State people. I could be in San Francisco, LA, Texas, at the Rose Bowl, in Michigan, Chicago, New York City, Florida, Atlanta, everywhere I go, they're out there. And they will put their arms around you and walk with you wherever you want to go. I want to last congratulate everybody here. Remember what I said at the very beginning? You have a story to tell. Write your story. Be strong in what you're doing. Congratulations. Thanks again for having me. Go Green.